My mom constantly tells me that I'm like my father, and I would have to agree. We're both loud, we're stubborn, and we love to eat pasta and pizza. However, my dad's most notable traits are his work ethic and determination, which he exercises in every aspect of his life. My father is my hero, and he has a remarkable story. His mother's grandparents were immigrants from Italy, and his father's were immigrants from Lithuania and Poland. His ancestors left behind their entire family, came to America with nothing, and worked toward the American dream, so the concept of hard work is naturally instilled in my dad. He was raised in a family that did not have much. His mother cleaned houses for a living, and his father was a factory worker who was constantly laid off and left unemployed. Because of this, my dad and his siblings often relied on food stamps. One Christmas Eve, my dad's parents had not bought any gifts for their 4 children because they could not afford them. That night, they went to a store called True Value, which was a hardware store, because the very few toys that this store sold were 75% off. And when it came to the topic of college, it was never considered or spoken about as a possibility for my dad or anyone in his family. However, my father is not one to follow the status quo, so he became the first person in his family to not only go to college, but to go to college on an athletic scholarship. He left his small hometown of DuBois, Pennsylvania, where he was born and raised, becoming the first person in his immediate and extended family to ever leave. And while many of my dad's family members did not even finish high school, my father graduated college with a bachelor's degree. However, his drive for success was still growing, so he went to law school and graduated with a JD degree. I was born during his last year of law school, so I have witnessed firsthand the amount of work it took him to get hired, be respected, and eventually be named a partner in his law firm. Although he's an excellent lawyer, that job only brought him so much satisfaction before boredom replaced a portion of it. One time when I was in middle school, I came home to find my father at the table with some foam and a knife, carving out numbers. He was extremely artistic and creative, so I was excited to see what he was doing. Years before, he had pointed out that the 3 simple lines on the thigh pads that all football players wear look very boring. So he explained to me that he wanted to stick the foam number on a thigh pad and then place it under a pair of football pants to see if it would look as appealing as it sounded. And to our excitement, the number projected brilliantly through the pants. I realized my dad was onto something, and every day from then on, he would come home from work and by hand sculpt whatever his ideas were that day, ranging from mascots to logos to phrases. For years, my dad advertised, attended sports conventions, and evolved his invention by designing packaging, a name, a logo, and a website. He even transformed our basement into his own personal workspace filled with racks of his product. However, the entrepreneurial industry makes no promises. There is no straight path to success, and my dad's product was not prospering the way he had anticipated. I watched my father stay up frequently until the early morning to work on improving his ideas. Sometimes I would kiss him goodnight as he worked downstairs and wake up to find him sitting in the same place, still working. I watched my father put every last penny he had each month toward his invention. I watched him become frustrated to the point of tears when he was not getting his desired outcome. And I even watched my pragmatic mother witness the heartache this was putting my dad through, and remember her often telling him that it was not worth the money, time, and happiness it was taking from him. And yet he persisted. And one day it all paid off. Today he has a substantial social media following, tens of thousands of products sold, and a job that he thoroughly enjoys and continuously advances. His product is used by 30 NFL teams, 31 major college programs, and thousands of athletes around the world. He has earned an immense number of privileges because of his perseverance and hard work, like getting to speak with celebrities like Odell Beckham Jr., Ezekiel Elliott, Juju Smith-Schuster, Benny Snell, and hundreds more who all requested and now wear his product. That is my father, my role model, a first-generation college and law student, the first to leave his homegrown city, who not only dreamt but did. He has shown me that life is about taking calculated risks, and success is unattainable without perseverance and consistent focus. Thank you.